The United Nations Security Council receives strange signals from a distant planet. The signals are unlike anything they've encountered, and soon they realize the source is an elite faction, the Space Marines from Warhammer 40,000. Master Chief and his team of Spartans are dispatched to investigate. The Space Marines, under orders from the Imperium, perceive the UNSC as a threat. As the two forces meet on the planet's surface, tensions rise, and both sides prepare for battle. The Space Marines launch a surprise assault, their bolters roaring through the air. Master Chief and his Spartans quickly adapt, using their agility to dodge the onslaught. The Spartans return fire, using precision tactics to slow the advancing Marines. Despite their power, the Space Marines underestimate the speed and coordination of the Spartans. Both sides take casualties, but the battle is only heating up as the ground trembles beneath their feet. As the battle rages, the Space Marines rely on their near-impenetrable power armor to push through the Spartan lines. They seem unstoppable, shrugging off the bullets and energy blasts from the Spartans' rifles. Master Chief recognizes the need for strategy over brute force. He orders his team to retreat into the thick jungle to create confusion, hoping to separate and conquer the mighty Space Marines. Master Chief's strategy works. The Space Marines, though powerful, struggle with the unfamiliar terrain. The Spartans use their knowledge of the environment to set up ambushes. In one section of the jungle, a squad of Marines is lured into a trap where the Spartans' precise shooting targets the weak points in their armor. The Spartans move swiftly and silently, using guerrilla tactics to slowly turn the tide. Despite the Spartans' initial success, the Space Marines are far from defeated. In a desperate move, they call for reinforcements. The sky darkens as massive dreadnoughts and drop pods crash down onto the battlefield, shaking the ground and unleashing a fresh wave of chaos. Outnumbered and facing an overwhelming force, the Spartans brace themselves for what seems like an impossible fight. But even in the face of such terror, they refuse to back down. Master Chief leads the charge, utilizing his advanced tactical skills and an array of heavy weaponry, including the Spartan laser and heavy ordnance, to take down one of the colossal dreadnoughts. The explosion lights up the battlefield, giving a momentary glimpse of victory. However, the cost is immense. As the dust settles, the grim reality becomes clear. Many Spartans have fallen in the battle. Their sacrifice is heavy, but the fight is far from over as the battle between the two titans of war rages on, pushing both sides to their limits. Master Chief and his team are outnumbered, but their resilience keeps them fighting. In a final push, the Space Marines unleash their elite Terminator units, heavily armored and unstoppable in close combat. The Spartans know that only Master Chief stands a chance against them. Armed with a gravity hammer and the last of his team, Chief confronts the Terminators in a brutal hand-to-hand combat, determined to take them down. The UNSC forces begin to recognize that this battle can't be won by force alone. Realizing the overwhelming power of the Space Marines, they opt for a tactical retreat. With Master Chief covering the escape, the Spartans regroup in a fortified structure. They prepare to make their final stand, knowing that reinforcements from the UNSC are on the way. But the question remains whether they can hold out long enough. Just when all seems lost for the Spartans, reinforcements arrive. Pelican dropships swoop in from the sky, deploying fresh UNSC troops and powerful Scorpion tanks onto the battlefield. The arrival of these reinforcements shifts the balance of power. The UNSC forces unleash a relentless barrage of heavy artillery targeting the advancing Space Marines. Explosions rock the ground as Scorpion tanks fire round after round, providing crucial support to the battle-weary Spartans. For the first time in the battle, the combined firepower of the Spartans and the UNSC forces begins to push the Space Marines back, turning the tide of the fight. The Space Marines, though mighty, are relentless in their duty. Even as the tide of battle turns against them, they refuse to surrender. The remaining Marines regroup for a final charge, their faith in the Emperor guiding them. They know they cannot allow the United Nations Security Council to leave with the knowledge of their existence. As the Marines charge forward, the battle reaches its most intense and destructive point. At the heart of the battle, Master Chief faces the Space Marine captain, a towering figure radiating strength and discipline. The two warriors engage in a brutal duel, with the captain wielding a power sword and Master Chief brandishing his energy sword. Sparks fly as their blades clash, each strike a test of strength, skill, and endurance. Neither fighter is willing to yield, pushing themselves to their absolute limits. The battlefield fades into the background as their titanic struggle intensifies, with both combatants exchanging devastating blows. As the fight drags on, exhaustion begins to set in, but neither will back down in this clash of legends. Master Chief finally gains the upper hand in the grueling duel. With a swift, well-placed strike, he defeats the Space Marine captain, delivering a decisive blow that signals the collapse of the Space Marine forces. As their leader falls, the remaining Space Marines lose their resolve and begin to retreat, beaten but not broken. The UNSC and Spartans have achieved an unlikely victory, but it comes at a heavy cost, with many lives lost on both sides. The battlefield falls silent, but the tension lingers. Though the battle is won, the war between these two powerful factions is far from over, and new challenges await. As the UNSC begins to regroup and recover from the hard-fought battle, strange signals start to emerge once again, filling the airwaves with a sense of impending doom. This time, the signals are even more ominous than before, sending a chill through the remaining forces. Master Chief, standing tall and gazing out at the horizon, realizes this is only the beginning. Though the Space Marines have been defeated today, a far greater threat looms on the horizon, one that will require the combined strength of all humanity to overcome. The battle may be won, but the war is far from over. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more epic battles to come.